Tabii akşamları günden güne değişiyor ama yani akşam şöyle bir 9'dan sonra genelde ilgi oluyor ama önceden gündüz yaparsak da rahat olur hani bir şey olmasın. Akşam benim 9'dan sonra yani siz sabah 7'den sonra biliyorum siz sabah yani 8 gibi falan mesela iyi bir vakit benim için istediği zaman. Evet, ya da gününe göre böyle gündüz şey de yapabiliyorum. Yani toplantı yoksa siz de akşam kendi olabilir ama bazı günler toplantı oluyor, şey oluyor. Zamanlar şey oluyor ama gününe bağlı. Sen bir iki vakit şey yaparsan, önerirsen Selçuk'ta görüşten sonra ilginiz yani. Benim bu arada bayağı da epeyce bir şeyim yok, bir kulaklık yok şeydi ama yani etrafta şeyler var, insanlar var. Evet. Ya işte soru sormaya başladık. Soru sormaya başlayınca ben düşünüyorum artık onun gerisi şey yani nereye gidersen, nereye götürürsen. Sorguluyorsun.
여기는 기자들 그게 그림이 안 그려져. 알잖아요. 그림이 안 그려져요. 애들이 여기서 앞으로 한 10분 남았으면 진짜 그림이 안 그려져.
Evet. Ya da geniş vakitte yine şey yapalım beraber. Böyle eksperimental şeyler yapalım. Güzel oldu seninle geçen yaz. Çerçeve içinde kaldıkça bir. İşte düşünmenin şey tarafı bu. Başlayınca düşünmeye, soru sormaya artık yani samimi bir şekilde nereye götürüyorsa, yani memnun cevaplar buluyorsa oraya doğru gidiyorsun. Artık böyle bir, yani evet şunu sormamam lazım, buraya dikkat etmem lazım ama bunlar şey konular, bunlar gibi bir şey olmuyor. Yani doğruslama soruyorsun.
그거를 제가 그건 엑스트라지 그거를 우리 지출에 메일로 적었어요.
Tüm yollar böyle geçecek inşallah.
Thank you, thank you.
Ülke büyüktü bayağı. Böyle çok şey.
Yeah,
Estağfurullah. Tamam. Sen Selçuk'la bir görüş. Tamam. Selamlar.
이거 올랐다고 할 수가 있어요. 아니 이거 팔아야
What's up with y'all? How y'all doing tonight? Okay, we want to talk about, finding the right female, finding the right one overseas and over here, man. Number one, if you want to find the right one, she got to be what you like in a woman, bro. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of guys go overseas, man, and they get toe up, man, from the flow up because they just ain't with the right one, man. I told you guys, man, as you get older, man, it gets harder and harder to find the right one. As you age, and you gotta have your pockets bulging. In order to find the right one, you gotta be the right one. For real. In order to find the right one, you gotta be the right one. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, with everything there comes a seesaw effect, You find a woman around your age, she got a lot of baggage from previous relationships, you know what I'm saying? You find a young female, but she's so young. It's hard. Always a seesaw effect. Remember, guys, there's always an up and down or seesaw effect for everything. Everything that you go through. Even dating, you want to date a young, hot Chinaroni, but she's not really into you. She into your money, But if you date a woman your age, she into you, but she got a whole lot of baggage from previous relationships. You never win. Either way, you're gonna have some problems. It's like the dating scene. You create dating apps to try to make things easier, but really you make it harder for average guy. But you make it easier for women. So there's always always a seesaw effect on everything. there's always a seesaw effect. Never, never equal. Never equal. Never. You know. It's never on the equal playing field with anything in life, bro. There's always something wrong somewhere. You know. There's always something wrong somewhere. Always something wrong. There's nothing you can like do to like make things on the equal playing field. There's always something going wrong. You're dating a young female, but really she in for your money. You're dating an older female, she's into you, but you know she got a whole lot of baggage. There's a seesaw effect on everything. My thing is, man, dope woman gotta be on your page, man. You feel what I'm saying? She can't be on her own page. She gotta be on your own page. She gotta be on your page. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of guys, they get it twisted, man. They get with a female that I don't know, man. There's always a seesaw effect for everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta get up on your page, man. Too many dudes, man, out there getting up on the females page. No, shit gotta get up on your page. You know, the simping is real, man. Oh, that was so good. That sandwich was good. Let's step outside. I can talk more outside. Yeah, man. So you're gonna find the right one. A lot of guys, they got the age gap so goddamn wide. They thinking it's the right one. You know, some of these passport bros, these guys going overseas getting got for all their money. I'm like, bro, what do you expect? Like, you dating a woman that's like 20 years, you know, you're dating a woman that's 20 years below you or 30 years below you. It's not going to be a realistic like relationship. If you want a real woman, if you want a real woman that's real, that really cares about you, she got to be close to your age, around a 10-year age gap. If you want to go overseas and find a true love. Other than that, it's going to be a business deal, bro. I'm tired of seeing niggas going overseas getting got for their money, bro. They get got for their money because what? They become suckers. And they think that these young females love them. They don't. You feel what I'm saying? So if you really want the right one, you know, if you really want the right one, you're gonna have to deal with a female that's around your age, between 10 to 5 years below you, man. I hate to say it, but anything above that is a business. You know, some guys, they think it's real true love out here in these streets, man. And that's not the way to go. Cause lately I've been following a lot of these like expats going overseas, and they actually think that these women of a younger, you know, you know, you know, you know, of a younger age, really truly love them. And I'm like, bruh, she's like maybe like half your age. You're 60. She's above half your age, man. She's like, bruh, you tripping. There's no way in the world a young female is gonna fall in love with a 60-year-old dude, bro. You can try to trick yourself as much as possible, bro. But it is not gonna be realistic. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, she'll let you hit the coochie and stuff like that, man. You know, because you're paying all the bills, you're paying everything. So yeah, she'll let you hit the coochie. But is she really in love with you? No. When you come over here to the West, you'll see your fucking reality, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Come to the West. You over there in Thailand, you in the Philippines, you in La La Land. They ain't checking for like dudes who are like 30 years older than them, bro. A realistic relationship is a woman that's like 5 or 10 years younger than you. Like me, like I'm 45. So a realistic relationship, if I wanted something to be real and authentic, it would have to be a woman around 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Has to be in that bracket, bro. Because mostly women want men around their own age, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And these guys are getting got for everything when they go over there, bro. A lot of these expat guys going over to Thailand, Philippines, because I've been following, and because me, I want to go over to the Philippines. I want to go to Thailand, but I want to see what's realistic and what's not. And if I decide to get with a female that's 20 years old, man, it's gonna be nothing but a business deal. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be nothing but something that I have to like pay to get into. It's not gonna be a free deal. When you're young, you get free coochie all the time. But as you get older, if you want to get with a young woman, you're gonna have to pay, and you're gonna have to keep paying. Too many guys who are expats from here, the UK or whatever, they're going overseas, running out of money, and they surprised that these young females don't want to deal with them no more. Yeah, they don't want to deal with you no more, bro, because you're fucking 30 years plus than them, and you ran out of money. That's why I don't understand a lot of these guys, bro. I don't understand. I really don't understand a lot of these guys out here in these streets, bro. I really don't. I'm hearing of the stories of guys spending their life savings on a young hot tenderoni, and then they surprised when they run out of money and the hot tenderoni want to go somewhere else. Yeah, because she never loved your old ass. These fucking young women in their 20s in Thailand don't really love you like that. They don't want your old ass. You feel what I'm saying? You guys got it in your head that, oh, she really loves me. She's 22. I'm 60. But that's a huge age gap. Huge. She's there for the fucking money. And when you run out of money, best believe she's gonna walk out of your life. You motherfuckers are getting hurt for no goddamn apparent reason, bro. Out there. Like this one chick, man, I was watching this one story of a guy that went to Thailand. He was an older guy, maybe like 50 or 60, and he was dating a 20-something-year-old female. And she told him straight up when his money ran out, right? What's up with it, Jamie, baby? What's up with it, baby? When she told that motherfucker, when his money ran out, she told him straight up. She was like, you think a girl like me will be in a loving relationship with an old ass motherfucker like you? You must be smoking. You must be smoking. And I tell you, motherfuckers, you guys are going over there, getting the most prettiest women out the bar, or the most prettiest women in the world, or you getting the prettiest woman that you can find. And these women are playing you left and right. I'm just like, my thing right now is I'm looking at some of these expats and these guys who are going overseas, including the passport bros, right? I'm looking how these guys are getting got for their money, and leaving the country broke. They leaving Thailand broke. They leaving they leaving broke. They're not like really settling down and have families, bro. They leaving broke. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I've been like listening to right now. I've been listening to it because cause I'm Kelcat. I want to go overseas. I want to be out there. So I'm listening to the stories of the guys getting like got left and right by like Thai women. Uh, um, you know, they're getting got by Filipino women. You know what I'm saying? Even getting got by Ethiopian women and shit like that. These women, they don't give a fuck about you if you're 30 plus over them with the age gap. The age gap is huge. It ain't like just 10 years or 15 years. Nigga, you got an age gap that's like 30 years. These women don't give a fuck about you. That's like me getting with like a 20-year-old, bro. Like, we got like a 25-year age gap between us. She's only with me for the money. She's only with me for the money. She's not with me for my looks, man. I'm hella old. I got gray hairs coming out my beard. I might be in shape or something like that. Maybe you can find a 20-year-old if you at low percentage body fat and you in shape, right? You see what I'm saying? But overall stories, when you go overseas and you got an age gap that's like 30 years or even 25 years or even 20 years, bruh, that ain't nothing but a business arrangement, bruh. A lot of you guys are going out there just getting tossed to the side when your money run out. And I told you, as an old man, you can't afford to have your money run out. And that's why I keep telling you motherfuckers, stop like putting your destiny into the hands of saving money or into the destiny. It's just like you guys, you thinking that you got $100,000 in the bank, that you big shots. Man, you take that shit overseas, bro, you'll be broke in 5 to 10 years with $100 grand in Thailand. Matter of fact, you'll be broke in 5 years. Over here in the West, you'll be broke in a year. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys are tripping, bro. You're going overseas, just doing way too much. How you doing? How you doing? You're doing way too much, and you're getting tossed to the side like a old Lay's potato chip bag, man, out there in Thailand and the Philippines, because you thinking like, oh, I thought she loved me. Nigga, we're talking about a 20 to 30 year age gap out here in these streets. A 20 to 30 year age gap. This is what I'm seeing overseas right now, bro. A lot of guys are being fooled, and they're running through their savings and being broke behind a female, behind a woman, bro. And now you gotta get on the plane and come back to the US or to the UK because a younger hot tenderoni has broke you for your money, and you were supposed to live off that money for the rest of your life until you died. How does that make any fucking sense? I don't understand why a lot of you guys, you're going overseas for no apparent reason, and you're just getting broken by a young hot tenderoni, and you thinking she the right one. No, anytime there's an age gap over 30 years, anytime there's an age gap over 20 years, it's not a real deal. It's like me, if I went to the Philippines and I met a female that's 20 years old, bruh, and I'm 45, that's gonna be a transactional relationship all the way. It don't matter how much in shape that I am in. It's gonna be a transactional relationship. You feel me? It's gonna be a transactional. I'm gonna be paying for everything. You're 45, she 20. You're 45, she 20. I'm gonna be paying for everything. I'm gonna be paying for shoes, socks, dinners, clothes. You feel what I'm saying? She don't have to pay for shit because she's giving up the coochie and I'm paying everything for her. You feel what I'm saying? That's not a real relationship, bro. That's a transactional relationship. A lot of you guys think you're hot stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga. That real love stuff, it's got to be a woman around your age. Like, if I wanted real love, it would have to be a female around 40. And I'm 45. Like Usher, he just married a female that was 40 just recently, at the Super Bowl, okay? He married a woman that was around 40. That's real love for him. In his mind, he was thinking like, man, I need to find true love, man. I can't find no young hot tenderoni that's gonna love me. I need a female around 40. So yeah, it's gonna last a long time because he married a woman that was around 40 years old. And he's 45 or 46 or whatever. That's when you find something that's real. You feel what I'm saying? That's when you find something that's real. Let me get out of here. Stay in here. What's up with it, Jamie? Yeah, it's not, like I said, bro, if you're gonna find something that's real, it has to be a female that's closer to your age, around, let's see, I mean, you could probably get away with it if it's 15 years younger. If she's 15 years younger, you could probably get away with that. But a lot of times, you're not going to be able to get away with that at all. And I feel sorry for some guys, man, Some guys won't be able to find true love in this lifetime. Because they'll never be able to have either something's wrong with them, or they won't be able to have any real money, or some guys are just straight up done for, you know. What's up with it, Petaway boy? What's up with it? You know, it's just some dudes are just they're done for, man. You know, they'll never ever experience a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? And it's hard out here for a pimp. You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, I've been really digging deep in like some of these like passport bros and expats overseas, and a lot of these guys are going overseas, just getting got for everything. I mean, damn, like, how stupid can you be, bro? You know, you know how stupid can you be? You out here in these streets and you're getting got for everything, man. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's the fucking like the old man syndrome, or the desperate old man syndrome, or something like that. Maybe it's that. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe it is the old desperate man syndrome, and it's bad overseas, man. Like too many like guys who are like too many guys are going overseas and straight up desperate, man. Like with desperate eyes and stuff, man. And they actually think that these young females love them over there. Like, bro, you like 30 years plus. The age gap is huge. And then at the same time, you run out of money. It's like, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen when you run out of money, bro. What? You you think that these women are gonna stick with you after you run out of money, bro? Come on, bro. You're an old man. You can't afford to run out of money. You know, did Hugh Hefner, did he run out of money? No, he stayed rich until the very end. As an old man, you can't afford to run out of money. No, you can't. We all know, man, eventually we all gonna get old one day. And then our money is our safety net. You feel what I'm saying? You know, our money is our safety net. That's the safety net for the old guys. Soon you run out, bro, it's a done deal. That's why going overseas with just savings is a bad idea. You're going overseas with just savings, really? Nah, go overseas with a business, something that's generating income. Look at David and Annie, bro. They wrote a book and that shit sold like hotcakes. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the reason why she didn't leave that guy, because it was a more of It was more of a business deal, like, you know, you know, David, he's like what, 47, 48, and Annie was at the time she was 24, and they made money by working together, man, writing books and stuff. That's what I read into that shit, man. Or not I didn't read into it. I looked at videos of it. I was like, damn, how come like Annie stayed with David for so long? Because, because, you know, he was more of a I mean they made money together, man. With the book and everything. Hold on one second.
Check.
Okay, I'm back. You know, money becomes more crucial as we age as men, guys. Just remember that you can't afford to ride out of it. You feel what I'm saying? All right, let's get out of here, man. So that was so sweet. She gave me some apples. Pretty girl. I give her a 6 out of maybe a 7, 6 or a 7. I think little 7 is prettier than her in the face, but she taller. I go call her. She gave me some apples. That's nice of her. But finding the right one, you gotta go with logic. And as we age as men, I told you niggas, if you want to date a young female, it'll be more about your wallet and less about your looks. I keep trying to tell you. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I walk with that female she looked like she about 30 something, maybe like 30. She about 29, 30. It'd be more of a transactional relationship between me and her. And she was okay looking. She got a nice booty and stuff like that, man. You know. But it would be more of a transactional relationship. So a lot of you guys who are going overseas and you're like 60 years old, bruh, the realistic thing is for you to get with a 50-year-old. And if you want true love, I'm just saying, if you want a woman that really care about you, you have to get with a 50-year-old woman, and a lot of you guys don't want to get with a 50-year-old woman. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? You want the 20-something-year-old women. And I understand why you want the 20-something-year-old women. They look better. And I understand that. But understand, when you get with these type of women, it's going to be a business transaction. You feel what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be a business transaction. When you get with these type of women and you really think that they love you, and this is, well, I mean, if you guys are wondering why I'm like coming out here saying this stuff, because I've been like looking at videos of guys overseas getting got for everything that they have. You know, and me, I'm looking at going overseas once I get the bag. So I've been doing a lot of studying and shit, right? So I've been looking at videos, and this is what's been going on, man. Why is Kelcat coming out here talking about you got to find the right one and you got to find a woman around your age? It's like, okay, well, you got to understand, a lot of these guys in their mind, they think that these young females really love them and care about them, and they get hurt. You know, they get their feelings hurt in the process. You get your feelings hurt in the process, man. Because you thinking like, oh, she really loved me. She cared about me. She really cares about me. Bruh, she got young dudes on the sideline because she know you ain't got enough money to take care of her for the rest of her life, man. When you go to Thailand, when you go to Brazil, man, you're supposed to be out doing them young dudes, man. You ain't supposed to be out there with just savings in the bank, with only 100,000 in the bank, bruh. That's chump change. If I went out there and I had like 6 million in the bank, I would outdo a lot of motherfuckers out there, man. Them young bitches would drop them young dudes real quick, because I got enough money to last me into the day that I die. And if they fuck that up, you know, they could say goodbye to that lifestyle that they got. You got 6 million, that's enough to last you till you die. If you budget it, you living off of what? You know, $3,000 a month. You living like a king out there with $3,000. With $3,000, you living like a king. And a lot of these guys are getting their fucking heart broken, man. For real, they out there, for real. The old man syndrome is real out there in Thailand and the Philippines. A lot of them guys going out there real desperate and lonely. And them females are breaking their hearts, bro. Breaking their hearts. You getting your heart broken by a 20-something-year-old female out there in Thailand? Man, you should have known better. How old is this female? How old are you? You 55. You 60. She 22, 23. Come on, bro. That's not a real relationship. I've been saying a whole lot of shit in the comment section of them videos, bro. Best believe, best believe, I'm going in on them motherfuckers, bro. I'm kicking in the doors like, niggas, you niggas are desperate. For real. I'm all in the comment section of them videos that I've been watching, bro. I'm like, bro, you are desperate. How could you get got like that, bro? How could you let that young female just clean you out? The guy was like, I was with my Thai woman for 13 years and she never loved me. She cleaned my whole entire savings out. I spent everything on her and now I'm broke. I had to go back overseas to my homeland broke. Yeah, nigga, because she didn't really love you like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the age gap too goddamn wide, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why you gotta be really careful out here in these streets, bro. When you're dealing with these type of women out there in them countries, they can't possibly love you. If I get with a woman that's 20 years old, maybe she might love me for 5 years, and after I start losing my looks, you know what I'm saying? The moment I start losing my looks, she gonna leave me for a young dude, bro. Because naturally, them females want young men, bro. Yeah, they'll deal with a guy that's 45, that's in shape, got a six-pack and stuff like that. They'll deal with you, man. They'll find you attractive. You're not too old. But once you hit like 60 and 70, bro, or even like 55, 60, bro, you are a walking ATM out there in them streets. You feel what I'm saying? You are a walking ATM out there in the streets. There's no way in the world them Thai women or even Filipino women gonna love you as a 60-year-old dude in that country, bro. A lot of you expats, you got it all twisted. You got it all fucked up. Yeah. The reason why I'm talking this big stuff right now because I've been studying and I've been like looking at videos of guys getting got for young hot Thai women or young hot Filipinas. You know, you're getting got for left and right with your money. And your whole entire savings is being wiped up clean. I'm like, bruh, ain't you supposed to be out there on retirement? Why are you spending all your money on these women? And to the point where your bank account is done for. You feel what I'm saying? Your bank account is finished. You feel what I'm saying? And for real, I'm hearing stories. My Filipina cleaned my fucking bank account out of $100,000. I lost $100,000 dealing with a Filipina or dealing with a Thai woman that was young. And I know what you're saying. She made me feel special. She made me feel young again. I felt special. I felt young again. I felt like I could be with her for the rest of my life. And I ignored the time when she fucking, was checking her phone every like 3 or 4 fucking goddamn minutes. I ignored that. I ignored. This is what I'm hearing, bro. Like they saying, like, damn, I'm ignoring a dude's like name popping up on her phone, and she's saying, oh, that's just my friend. And I wanted to believe her. That's why I didn't dig into it too much, because I didn't want to destroy the shit that we had already. Meaning that you were so afraid of losing this young hot tenderoni that's 30 years younger than you, that you didn't want to dig into you didn't want to dig into you just didn't want to dig into the fucking the suspicion. You know, you didn't want to get super suspicious. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't want to get with or dig into the suspicion that she was that she was cheating on you. You were so scared. So I let it slide. You know, I believed her. You know, she said it was her friend, it was her cousin or her fucking uncle. So I believed her. I wanted to believe her. And these guys, they're letting these women just get away with murder, man. You know, get away with having boyfriends on the side. And, you know, turns out that this female really had a young boyfriend on the side, and she was getting you for your money. And she was feeding the boyfriend with your money. That's what they do, right? They get the money from you, and they take it to Chad and Tyrone. Over there in Tyrone. I mean, over there in Thailand. Over there in the Philippines. They get the money from you because, you know, you living in a starving country, right? The motherfuckers ain't really eating them. So they start selling their girlfriend. I'm gonna sell my girlfriend so I can get some money in my pocket, man. I'm starving, I'm hungry. So what's left to do? Sell my girlfriend to an old fart, a guy that's paying. Why, you know, you go ahead, you fuck this old fart, and then bring the money back to me so I could buy some new shoes and buy some new clothes and buy food to put in my mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Because we out here starving, we're poor. You know, and I'll do anything for that dollar. Include like sell my girlfriend to an old fart. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's just the way it is. Let me get in here, man. Make sure I got my... I got Gatorade? I should get some more Gatorade. I'm good, man.
But I tell you what, Trick.
I tell you what, Trick. He said, Trick.
You ain't never dealt with someone like me. But I'ma spit some facts to you. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna take the TNA World Title from you.
The wrestling never changed, man. I'm going to take the world title for you.
I see this conversation's getting a little bit too heated. Congratulations. As the TNA
Anything else?
As the TNA World Champion, you will be a fighting champion. So next week, I've already spoken.
Man, where's that? You don't have the thick.
No, the big one all done. All done.
All right, we get the beef stick. Get the beef stick. I think I got enough. I got one. I think I got enough. If I don't have it, I'll come back.
636.
Wrestling never. Oh man, now they fighting. Man, the wrestling never changed, bro.
Yeah.
How much?
686.
Man. Man. Man, wrestling would never change, bro.
Yeah.
It's always some type of, it's always some drama, man.
Man, yep.
So most likely, you're gonna have a tag match against Cerise and Chico Dominic. And then you have a lot on your plate right now,
Right.
but you should have a tag match. Thank you.
Have a nice evening.
You too, man. Have a good night. Enjoy your wrestling, bro. And like I said, man, like age guys, you gotta understand, it's more about your fucking wallet. I keep telling you, motherfuckers, this, bro. For them young women that are like 20 years younger than you, 30 years younger than you, it's your wallet that attracts them. It's not your looks, bro. You think a 60-year-old man will be able to attract a young, hot tenderoni without money? You feel what I'm saying? You think so? Nah. A 60-year-old man won't be able to attract a hot tenderoni just based off the looks. You feel what I'm saying? Your looks are gone, bro. At 60, nigga, your looks are gone. Your looks is done for. You finished. You feel what I'm saying? Your looks are done for. Finished. And I've been like I said, the reason why I'm making these videos right now because I've been looking a lot. Matter of fact, I've been looking at a lot of videos of a lot of expats going overseas and just getting played for all of their money and ended up broke. You know, they spend their life savings on a young hot tenderoni. I'm like, bruh, like really, is it that fucking serious? Are you desperate to spend all of your money on your bank account? If you got 100 grand, if I meet a young hot tenderoni, then if I spend about $10,000 on her, I'm gonna be like, oh no, baby, I spent about 10 grand on you. I got about 80 grand left in my bank account. No, we're gonna have to I gotta stop seeing you because I can't continue to spend my money on you. I'm sorry. Bruh, what possessed you to spend all of your money in your bank account until you're broke over a female that's young? You know what I'm saying? What possessed you just to throw your money away like that, bro? Come on. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, stop. Stop it. Just please stop it. You know what I'm saying? I know we getting old out here, man. But I think a lot of these guys, they think that they're gonna be dead before their money run out. That's not gonna work. You might outlive that 100,000 that you got saved up. You might outlive it. You know what I'm saying? And then you get over there and start having children and stuff. Like, bro, you got 100 grand in the bank, but then you get over there and you start having children. What the hell are you doing? No. Stop it. Have a business, bruh, that's never gonna run out of money. Like, you gotta get over there and have money. You gotta get over there and have money that's never gonna run out. Basically, a business that you got online or something like that. A lot of guys that go over there with a successful business online. That meaning that when you go overseas, you gotta have a successful business that's already making money before you go overseas, bro. That's the only way you're gonna fucking be able to stay out there long term. You know. That's the only way you're gonna be able to stay out there long term. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know, gotta have a successful business before you move out there. Meaning that you gotta be generating income while you out there in the Philippines, bro, in Thailand. Savings is not enough, bro. I don't care if you save up $200,000. That's not enough money, bro. I done heard stories of guys going over there with 100 grand and ended up broke. The young Thai woman or the young Filipina is getting them for everything. Everything. You feel what I'm saying? So before you go over there, bro, you gotta be ready. Like you gotta have a business, bro. Or at least like maybe like $2 or $3 million in the bank. If you in your 40s, you need about 2 or 3 million. If you in your 50s, you need about at least maybe $1.5 million or $2 million. If you in your 60s, you gotta have at least $1 million out there, bro. In Philippines, not in Thailand. If you in your 60s, in Thailand, you gotta have 2 million. If you in your 60s, in the Philippines, you gotta have 1 million. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have some serious bread when you out there retiring, bro. Or you're gonna end up broke. You're gonna end up in the Philippines broke by yourself. Okay. Okay, so I got my pill. So I'm good, man. I got my pill. I'm good, baby. I'm good, baby. I'm good, baby. Oh, lay down. It's time to lay down. Nobody can even tell me how to start. Hey, I don't know what that is. A LLC. I don't know what that is. I'm just saying, bro. Like you going overseas and you're not gonna be able to be out there, man. Just enough money to be, you know, you need enough money out there to survive into the day that you die. So I don't know why a lot of guys go over there, man, with just a savings, man. Hold on one second. Okay. As you age, your ability to find your ability to find true love with a young female slowly diminishes. It does. Every year that goes by. You know, when you're young, it's easy to like fall in love with a young female because you're young. But as the years go by, it becomes more and more about that wallet. I'm telling you niggas, you ain't believing me. It sucks, man, because you want to find a young female, and you want to fall in love with her. You want it to be true. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you want it to be overseas. It is getting that. Getting any young female in this world could just make me like spend all of my savings out of my bank account, point where I can't eat, I can't, I don't think like there's any female in this world that will make me go broke, like to the point where I don't have any money and I can't live. I don't understand why they got a lot of these old guys do it, bro. I just don't really understand why a lot of guys are just straight up just they're so desperate for love. You're gonna go bro that's below you on the age thing, man. Really? You really think that this woman really care about you? So that's what I've been like looking at lately, man. This dude's getting got, here on YouTube, just getting got for their whole entire life savings. You know what I'm saying? By a young hot tenderoni. And I'm like, how could these guys just like forget how old this woman is, man? She's like 20 years younger, she's 30 years younger, and you think that she really loves you. I'm like, she don't love you for you, man. You're 30 years older than her, you fucking dumbass. Anyway, I'm gonna end this live, man. I'll make a video when I wake up tomorrow, man. I'm gonna sleep safely. I'm gonna look at some of these motherfuckers getting got again. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I'm for real. I'm hearing some of the horror stories of old guys going broke behind these young females in Thailand or in the Philippines. It's just like these guys, they are some fucking some goddamn idiots, man. They blow their whole entire money on a young hot woman, man. I guess it's because, you come from the West and you're not getting young hot female attention. And you ain't never had no young hot tenderoni pussy your whole entire life. And you just go crazy. You just like, man, I gotta keep hitting this. I gotta keep having young hot tenderoni pussy my whole entire life. But I'm telling you straight up right now, it's like, if you go broke, these women are gonna leave. That's why I'm like, why dudes are going overseas? Why are you going over there? You're just gonna go broke behind these females, and they do it. They go broke behind these young females, bro. I don't know, whatever, bro. It's just like, my mother told me when I was younger, man. My mother said, man, it's a shame that when you get old, nobody wants you. And it's halfway the truth, men, but it's fully the truth for women. When women get old, nobody wants them. But us men, we can always have resources to keep women around. But a lot of you guys gotta understand when you're going overseas. Sorry, my fucking shit is buffering. You think an old man could afford to go broke? No man in the world that's 60 years old could afford to go broke. No, you can't. That's why you gotta have wise investments, man. You feel what I'm saying? They keep that money coming in. They keep the women around. The only reason why Diddy kept Cassie around for 10 years because the money kept coming in, bro. That's the only reason why he was able to keep Cassie for 10 years, bro. Diddy. Because the money kept coming in. You feel what I'm saying? The money, the lifestyle kept coming in. The lifestyle was there. Okay. It never ran out. She kept taking long vacations, to the Caribbean or to the Bahamas. Not for so goddamn long. It was the lifestyle that kept her around, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, Diddy was like, how old? He was like 20 years, 30 years older than her. When he got with her, Diddy was late. She was illegal. You feel what I'm saying? But because he had the money coming in throughout the years, the lifestyle was crazy with Diddy, okay? I mean, the dude had money, bro. Diddy had real money, and it kept coming in. The money didn't never stop. A lot of you expats and you motherfuckers going overseas, you getting with these young high tenderonies, that money stop, they leave. You feel what I'm saying? Diddy had it fixed to where like a bitch would never want to leave. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that. But he had it fixed to the point bitch would never want to leave, even if she getting slapped up. Even if she getting slapped up and banged upside the head, she didn't want to leave, bro. The money was too good. The lifestyle was too good. If he wouldn't have been hitting her, she would have stayed forever. If Diddy wouldn't have been slapping her upside the head and beating her, she would have stayed forever. But matter of fact, she would have stayed there. She would have been there. She still would have been there if Diddy wasn't so abusive. Okay? If he was Mr. Nice Guy, never laid a hand on her and talked everything out in a kind, polite voice and stuff like that, Cassie would have, Diddy would. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. An old guy and his, the money can't part, man. You can't run out of money. And I'm hearing about too many like guys going overseas just straight up just run out of money. Like 60, 70, run out of money. You can't do that. You're not allowed to run out of money at 60 something years old, bro. You can't. You're not allowed to run out of money. I'm gonna end this live, man. I've been talking long enough. It's been over an hour. Yeah, it's time for me to get some sleep. You guys have a good night, man. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.